What is going on beyond the break with our weekly eBay purchases? As you can see, not as much this week. Picked up a handful of cards, starting to gear up for some more PSA submissions. Strategy right now is basically just buying some baseball and football, really just to focus. With basketball kind of in that playoffs mode, staying away from some of those star players' names. I think those cards are pretty expensive or going for a little bit more than I would anticipate in the offseason. So with that being said, I am gearing up for football season, starting to get some things sent to PSA. My hope is that if I get things sent to PSA now for football, it will come back around August, September-ish. I would love it if it would be early August, but at this rate, you can never tell with PSA right now. But with that being said, hope to get back with football in full swing. Baseball gearing up for September, those September pushes for the playoffs and whatnot. So that's kind of been my main focus right now. So with that being said, just a small pickup this week. Like I said, gearing up for some PSA submissions. So I'll start with this first half here. Let me just get my cameras. Here we got Justin Jefferson, black and white checker on the Prism. This Prism is, I've said a handful so far. I haven't gotten anything back yet, but what I've seen is they're extremely tough to grade. I've not seen many 10s from this, but centering looks good, so we'll see. CD Lamb on the blue sparkle. Nice little color match here. This is out of 96. Bobby Witt on the magenta out of 399, second year gold cup. Roman Anthony, a guy that I've been trying to grade a little bit more of. I anticipate him to be called up at any point this season. Hoping for that July, September call-up area. So, Eduardo Tait. This is a rising prospect in the Phillies organization. So, trying to pick up some of him. Neighbors hollow, a little off-centered. But going to start trying to buy some of his hollows if I can. I feel like they're a good price. Aiden Miller, Sapphire first, another top prospect for the Phillies organization. Marion X-Fractor, Topps Finest, this is number 299. And then Giannis, I feel like his market has taken a pretty significant hit. This is a basic, just like the red and green, but I have started to look at some of his higher end cards just because I think his market's taking a hit. Like, I don't know what happened, but he quickly, I still think he's top 10 player in the league. It's just, Milwaukee's just, I don't know. It's just interesting his market. Here we got Bijan, purple out of 125. This is just another Disney Chrome out of 399. Tomlinson, Fractor from Topps Chrome. AJ Brown, I do like the new Phoenix. I've always been a fan of Phoenix in general. This is just the gold. I think this is 125. Yep, 125. Smith and Jigba on the silver. Rookie select. Bagwell, Lords of the Diamonds refractor. Always try to pick up some of these 90s refractors. More than likely it's not gradable, but we'll see. Gibbs on the silver as well. Fairly cheap, these silvers. You never know, but if they're gradable, I'll send a PSA. Another silver, Zay Flowers. You kind of get a deal. You kind of get a sense of who I'm buying from a rookie standpoint. Second, third year guys already kind of made a name for themselves. It's kind of who I start focusing on. Devontae, just liked this white and black out of 35. Kemba, he's got an interesting market. This is pink out of 50. Another Aiden Miller blue, Bowman's Best out of 150. Adrian Peterson, Topps Chrome black. This is number 299. Shea, did pick up him. This is number 250. I think I got a pretty good deal on this. I got it for under $30 out of 50. I'll take that. Mahomes green wave on the Prism. This is not numbered. And then just one last basketball card. I did get a Luka orange optic out of 199. So, all right, we'll go through the stack. Small stack this week, but go through the stack and see which ones are gradable. Okay, so out of 24 cards, 14 came back as gradable. Like I always mention, what we deem gradable is anything above a 9 unless stated otherwise. But for the most part, we'll take that. Over 50% gradable. It's just again, I probably repeat myself all the time, but it's just the risk you take when you buy in bulk on eBay. But with that being said, we'll go through which ones are gradable, and then we'll go through the ones that are not and show you the reasons why. So quickly, we got Ada Miller, clean. This is, I mean, honestly, this is a little off center, thicker on the left, but everything else was clean, so it's something I'll probably hold on to. I probably won't grade immediately, but kind of hold on, see how his career kind of pans out. The CD, happy about this. This was clean, especially these backs. A little bit of a challenge. I definitely think this is between a 9, 10. Wouldn't be surprised if either or. So this one, centering looked good, I think. Like, this is going to be a challenge with, I know it's a challenge with these prisms centering on this thing on the side. I mean, top to bottom looks good. Left to right, I think it's a little thicker on the right than the left. It's kind of tough, but I kind of try to look at these squares here, and they both looked even. So we'll see. But I have that between 9 and 10. Miller, clean. The Disney cards, clean. AJ Brown, clean. Roman Anthony, didn't see any issues here. All the silvers were good. The Luca was clean. That's just I gotta change out the sleeve there, but it's easy with these optics. You always can see by centering there. Zay Flowers, Devonta, and then this one as well. A little bit thicker on the top, I think. I think left to right looks much better, but a little thicker on the top, but I think enough that it could warrant at least a 9. All right, let's go through the ones that are not and kind of show why they are not clean. The Kemba, unfortunately, had chipping up top here. You can see. And then a little whitening in that corner there. The always infamous whitening for these 2017, 2018 prisms. Scratch marks all over on the Adrian Peterson. Same with the Bijan. Same with the LT. Too much scratches. And then same with the refractor. Just kind of what you get with some of these older cards. The Marion actually was clean on front, but unfortunately, out of 99, just one large indent there. Can't miss that, so we'll not be setting that. Unfortunately for the Shea, there was some corner little corner wear down here. Let me see if I can get it on camera. You see it's like a little bit of a lift there. So something like that, I just wouldn't risk grading. I mean, it probably gets closer to an 8. The Eduardo Tait auto, refractor auto. Unfortunately, you got the infamous 3 dimples there. I think there's another set of dimples up top here, if I can get it on camera. Oh, right there. Right up there. So will not be sending that, but I'll hold on to this. This is another card, you know, he's early in his career. I think he's still in high A, so I'll hold on to that just from a longevity standpoint. The Bobby Witt, just one bigger scratch mark across right there. So, and then the Giannis, this is one where like the centering is a little bit off. It's definitely not worth grading even just from a 9 standpoint. I wouldn't want that. So that's one reason why sometimes I don't send unless I'm absolutely sure it's a 10, like for a card like this. So centering was just too off. But yeah, 14 cards. Some of them are more urgent, so we'll get them off the PSA. Some of them will probably wait for more in-season or specials if PSA ever brings those back. Some of these I won't grade at the price points that they're at right now. But that being said, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And as always, leave comments in the comments section. Love interacting and answering any questions that you all might have. Till next time, peace.